Hello, Legion, this is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more Stellaris Synthetic Dawn in our Cooperate or Die series. So the malware caretakers have actually overtaken the Ultra Unity's little world here that was once bottlenecking them in by a good margin. They've taken a lot more territory. And what I mentioned in the end of the last episode we're going to do is really just go into our remaining worlds, and we have a few worlds where we're going to have to build some new pops as well, because we built some machine worlds, and I kind of wasn't thinking about, like, you know, the original inhabitants of our capital world, that whole backstory. But at this point, let's be real, the Adjudicator wouldn't really care. He's evicting them from the homeworld, but that was my mistake. That wasn't an intentional thing. But we're going to go through and just kind of make sure that everything economically that can be running at the beginning of this, because we actually have a lot of resources built up right now, is running, basically. We've got the first security echelon here. They're a massive fleet. They've just finished putting down this rebellion up here. We can make sure that all of these resource stations are built out and running. But one of the first things I need to do is go into my sectors and take a fresh look at what might or might not be upgraded, especially on planets like this where things are still being assimilated. Now, can't do much here at the moment. I can do some building, I suppose, but yeah, I can't do some building. There's just other populations here. So they're being assimilated, and they will be assimilated when? You're showing is recently conquered. 1 to 4 populations will be added to the collective. Okay. So they're being slowly assimilated. These guys have been assimilated, because I think these are the synthetic Fjasliden right here, maybe? So there's a few places that I can definitely build stuff. And it looks like they've already put structures down automatically. Let's actually come to think of it. So the sectors can do their own thing. I'm going to go to sector management and give away some of these spare resources that we have, especially to the Nedum sector, because they are in need of some. Also, our taxes for the sectors are set to pretty normal. Actually, look at I can get a pretty good resource dump from some of the more established sectors. This is pretty good. I might do that in just a second, actually. So, not when we're this good on energy, but I mean, look at this. I mean, these guys are doing just fine. So we've got everyone on research focus right now, and we're going to keep it that way because we need to make sure that we're generating as much science as possible. But all right, so now they have tons of resources and the ability to build new things as needed. All right, so the Akram sector looks like it's been fully built up. Nothing new to click there. I feel like the Mardom sector still has some things. Yep. All right, let me go ahead and queue this up. And this shouldn't take too long because we've spent, the past several episodes doing most of this. So, with the exception of expanding into new planets that maybe I haven't touched just yet, which there are a few left, and then future expansion when we start taking over maybe Mawir territory, which is kind of the next objective, which would be fun. Maybe that will lead to some new acquisitions and new building rounds. But for now, it's pretty straightforward stuff. I'm just going to build multiple population. Also, we're in the middle of a massive pop modification project, and that will be done in how long? 52 months. So that's going to be happening pretty soon as well. Excited about that. So let's keep going through Mardom here and see what else might need to be built, if anything. Mostly just population building. Yeah, they're good. All right, and then the Nedum sector. This is our newest sector, so we're most likely to run into this situation. We were just looking at this planet, but if I keep going, I'll bet you there's a few more. Yep. Let's upgrade you to, sure, physics lab, and you will be an engineering lab. Definitely have a lot of blockers to queue up for clearing here. And this is, I'll clear you too. That's all the blockers. Every last one of them. And we'll put a energy tile there. We'll also put an energy tile here. Down here, we shall have a mineral silo, actually. That can boost production of those places. And we'll come back to you before long. But actually, hang on. There's one more pop spot that I can expand to. Perfect. That's that. No more pop spots to upgrade here. Just need to throw down a few buildings. A mine here and a mine there too. We need an uplink node on this planet, so I'll put one there. Not being too particular about these building choices. It's all pretty straightforward stuff. So, yeah, that'll be a power plant, and we need to build one population here. So, there's that. Yeah. This is what I was talking about. We don't have as much of this to do, but I want to do this while we have relatively, well, not just relatively, we have objectively massive amounts of resources. All right, uplink node there for sure. Power plant. Yes, I do want to do that. Mineral processing plant. Oh, okay, it's time for that. I didn't realize that. In that case, tell you what, let's put a mineral processing plant there, because this will help with some of the mining stuff we need to throw down. And speaking of that, let's go ahead and make this so that that mineral processing plant's boost will help a little bit more. Let's make this planet a little bit more mineral productive. We need to wait on a few tiles to clear, and that's fine by me. Oh, hello. There was one more. What was going on there with you? I saw you. Where are you? Where are you? There you are. Oh, no. This is Habitat Block, one of the new colonies. So yeah, let me see if, I remember checking this before, and we have another thing to check into before I get too much farther into the episode as well, but I'll get to that in a second. I remember looking to see that all of the planets that could be colonized had been colonized by the sectors, and it appears that they have. Now, you guys have been telling me, there it is. Okay, I was looking for it last episode and couldn't find it for the life of me, but we do have, in our territory, a ruined sentry array. It's going to take 30,000 minerals to repair, but we can rebuild it, and we're going to rebuild it right now. Oh, sectors, hello. If we... Yeah, see, this is going to waste a lot of energy, so rather than pulling from sectors, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to do a couple things, actually. Let's go ahead and get our research aid back. We would like to purchase this service. That'll spend some energy. And then also, let's check with the artisan troop. Okay, you're in good shape. Goodbye. And then... All right, I'm actually going to bring that all the way down. It's so nice not to have to deal with factions, by the way. Can I just say that? Haven't even really thought about it because of how well things are going, but... Okay, so this costs a little bit of influence to do, of course. Haven't done this in a while, but we're going to drain their stockpile. Boom. There's the resources we needed. So let's pay a visit to the ruined sentry array. And let's get that one repairing, and I think that's all it will take. It's just repairing it that one way, and we will have sensor access to a lot of the galaxy. So that'll be our first megastructure right now. And I appreciate you guys for helping me find that. A few people in the comments were like, hey, dude, it's way down there. I looked for it last episode, I think, and just did not see it, even though I knew exactly what the icon looked like. So I appreciate the multiple sets of eyes trained on that. It is remarkable when doing Let's Plays, and I know a lot of you can relate, and some of you can't, but you can understand. When you're commentating and playing at the same time, it's remarkable how much the attention span diminishes, and you can still make, good decisions. You're more prone to mistakes, but you're also just prone to overlooking stuff. It just happens. So, extra eyes are always nice. Let's see. Yep, let's extend the Unity deal. Let's go ahead and go to speed 3, because we're definitely going to just spend some time letting the economy hum up for a bit here, if we can say that. Let's see, we are 4 months away from a new policy, which will... I'm going to go ahead and go for the Neuroelectric Amplifier just because I'm super curious what that building is. I have no idea what it is, but we're going to find out soon enough. I have a feeling it's something I can build in my capital, and I have a feeling it'll do something with Unity. Or maybe with research. I'm not sure. Of course, when we're done modifying our species, we will definitely have a research bonus. I'm excited about that. All right, how close are we to our new policy? Close? 1 month. There we go. So this should kick in any second. And gimme. There it is. All right, so Neuroelectric Amplifier. All right, we now have only one more perk to go and only 74 months until we get it, and we will have, or one more tradition, and we'll have another perk. That's going to be pretty good. Let's go ahead and keep time going. And then meanwhile, let's head over here. I want to replace one of these buildings. I'd rather take away from my mineral income a bit. I know that sounds a little bit odd, but let's see, I replace you with A neuroelectric amplifier. This facility amplifies the neural signals being transmitted between the cybernetic units under our control, increasing their productivity. Interesting. And of course, planetary shield generators also generate science, engineering, and physics points. So, alright, I'll go ahead and build a neuroelectric amplifier there. Let me also just make sure that I don't have anything else to do on these machine worlds. Don't think I do, but... Alright, that's that. Yep, keep the game going. So I can also continue building ships. I've got lots of energy income. It's kind of ridiculous. Let's take a quick look at where we are. Yeah, this fleet's been completely built up, so I can start building a second fleet in order to overpower the Mawir. Right now, they are still superior to us in technology and fleet power. So we're going to need to do that if we want to take them on. It's just so strange that they're so freaking strong. But we're working our way towards that not being as much of an issue. Let's take a quick look at what we can do policy-wise, if anything. Policies and edicts. We've got physics research grants going. And that's helping, obviously. You can already see our science has gone up just this episode. I remember this was in like the 1100s a second ago, and now it's much, much higher. So that's continuing to spiral upward. What's this? The Croc-Naploran Assembly has declared a rivalry. Okie dokie. Can we declare them rivals? We probably can. Confirm. And we are already Mawir rivals, I think, right? We have been for the entire game. Yeah. Let's take a quick look at who our rivals are. If I can remember how the hell to do that. Let's... Is it under... Species? No, it's not under species. Where do you just see the icons for our collective? Haven't looked at this in forever and a day. Where the hell is it? I seriously have not had time to play Stellaris outside of the channel. So what you're seeing right now is literally all of my Stellaris game time. So little things like this will leave me. I guess it's under contacts. Here we go. Okay, so we've rivaled the Sildaean, the Croc-Naploran, and the Mawir. No one else, though. All right, let's keep the game going, though. Need to make sure that we... Oh, inactive buildings. Yep, I know what that's coming from. That's one of our pops that needs to be replaced. Let's see. Build. And that's on a core world, so that will absolutely need to be done. Also, I just remembered we haven't added our next core world yet. I just need to transfer one from a sector. Or also, hang on, didn't we have a terraforming candidate somewhere? Let's take a look at that. Planets and sectors. No, it would have been under expansion planner, actually. Yeah. Right here. This is the terraforming candidate. So it's actually being terraformed to Machine World right now. Forgot I'd gotten that started. Okay, cool. Alright, so we have the phase disruptor. I'll check my upgrades in just a second. I need to keep going with... see, I'm tempted to go for jump drive, but also better energy damage for all my ships could come in handy as well. Let's see. Utilizing our understanding of the fundamental forces involved in generating the void cloud's considerable internal charge to the fullest, the cloud lightning weapon system is a potent damage dealer. I'd rather... Yeah, the jump drive is just so tempting, but that will almost certainly lead to either the Unbidden or the Contingency, which is the new endgame empire that's been added. And I'm not sure that I want to trigger that just yet. So how about we go ahead and go for energy weapon damage plus 5%. We are finally into the endgame techs. It's going to take 44 months to finish that one. Army damage plus 10% is already being researched. And of course, same thing here, but again, we're working on that species modification, so that's another major focus at the moment. So let's see. Empire leader capacity, that's tempting. Edict duration plus 10%, also tempting, because we have a lot of influence and we might be using edicts soon. So why don't I do that? And on that note, let's actually visit the progenitor, go to edicts. I don't know. There's not really anything worth triggering here. Not really. I mean, I can I think one of the best things to do would be to go to planets and sectors, sort by output. Yeah, so the progenitor is our highest output, but in terms of mineral output, it's actually Sheliak Prime. Looks like. Nope, it's Kurgaros Prime. Just as far as core sectors go. And Kurgaros, I'm guessing, is mostly minerals, not a lot of energy. Where's a balanced world? Sheliak Prime is pretty balanced and producing a lot of each. Yeah, let's have Sheliak Prime. Is it that one and that one? Yep. Both of those. Use some influence, but that's okay. We'll have time for it to build back up. All right, so an additional fleet, I think, is in order. Let's go ahead and see what we can do. We had the Shukon system as the place where we're building our additional fleet. I'm going to go ahead and turn off, for now, the rally point. Oh, yeah, you guys definitely upgrade. Let's take a second to make sure that all the upgrades went through before I do anything else. Yep, you guys are good. All right, you're still using level 4. And you're using that yeah, that's not going to work at all. So you are consuming a lot of power, interestingly enough. Wow, I would not have expected that from this ship. I mean, I guess just because it's the torpedo boat. So what we'll have to do is put some armor in instead for the Chrome Aegis. And why are you now saying that you can't? Oh, because they're upgrading. The Bronze Age aliens of Fidget have advanced sufficiently in their use of metallurgy to be considered an Iron Age civilization. The tools and weapons they make use of are becoming more effective, and the architecture of their cities has become more elaborate. Their civilization has now spread to cover most of the planet, and some of their largest cities are home to nearly 1 million individuals. It was bound to happen. The Iron Age has begun. Nice. We have some primitives to assimilate, I think. All right, one of our terraforming projects is done. Okay, so they're upgrading there now. What's done? Terrell Prime has finished upgrading to a machine world. Very nice. When are you guys going to be done? Soon, actually. And then Unity-wise, we'll be done in 59 months with our next tradition. Okay, let's go back and take a look at the Chrome Aegis. We were replacing this, I believe, with some armor, so that we could upgrade these to the maximum level. All right, let's continue to go down and make sure that everything that can be upgraded has been. Yep, that looks good. That's all good. That's all good. I like it. Oh, nope. Okay, here we go. We've hit a snag. So we need to have phase disruptors in all 4 of those slots. And yeah, I know I could have just replaced them the other way. But looks like we need to add another... We need to take away some armor and add a 0-point reactor, which kind of makes me sad, because the Galvanic Gunner just lost a little bit of hit points. Sadly. Now, we could... Well, no. We need to have it mostly with armor, so I'll leave it as is. Alright, so the Galvanic Gunner needs to be saved. Yep. Galvanic Ward also needs to be upgraded. Same thing here, I'm guessing? And then the Galvanic Lancer is good. Particle Lance is in good shape. We have the regenerative hull tissue here. I suppose, you know, yeah, let's go ahead and put the shield generator down here. I can't, that's right. It's a power thing. All right, and that's that. So, let's queue the upgrade up again. And then I'm going to, once again, we're going to take that rally point off. Man, we're 20 minutes into this recording already. Where does the time go? How far along are we on this modification project? 22 months, yay! That should be done while we're playing this. Now let's go ahead and queue up those new ships. We're going to build a brand new fleet. Start with battleships. Now, how did we have them balanced out? Do you need to check the first security echelon one more time? 20 Galvanic Gunners, 10 Galvanic Lancers. Now, we're not going to be able to duplicate our fleet. So right now we have a fleet that's basically 30, 40, 60, 100. I mean, ridiculous numbers of ships. So we might do like a 20, 30, 40, 50 type situation for our secondary fleet. So in that case, we will need the galvanic gunner to be the most prevalent. So we'll have 10 of those and 5 of the others each, or perhaps we'll have 8, 6, and 6. How about that? Shukon Prime, let's do... I think... Yeah, we'll just do it that way. So... And one more Shukon world, and I think we'll be able to do this in one fell swoop. Which ones did I just build? The Ward. So... Lancer. Perfect. All right, so let's let those battleships build for a bit. And when we've built up some resources again, which God knows it's happening fast enough, right? We will continue to build more. Have a quick look through our sectors. I'm trying to leave the game unpaused. We do need to decide on a new core sector. Let's see, which should it be? Scorpio? Scorpio Prime? It's an arid world. I mean, yeah, we can go ahead and add that. Really doesn't matter. Iblaranda Prime. Mascal Prime. Ooh, Mascal Prime is quite a nice world. I kind of want that for my next core world, to tell you the truth. It would make our territory do kind of a weird thing up here, but I think we're going to do that. Let's go ahead and do some sector management of Iblaranda. We're going to take you away. All right, so it just expanded the core territory a little bit. What if we go ahead and add a few more here? Just to create... There we go. It's a little weird. Okay, so now that we've done that, we have Muscat, or Muscal Prime in our territory. And there's actually nothing to be done on this planet. It's just in our core territory now. Everything has been fully built on this world, and looks like they're mostly energy focused. I can't remember if this was a planet that I built up myself in a sector or not, but it's mostly energy and research focused. And that's normal for an Arctic world. So it looks like tower resources have been respected there. Because I've got my sectors, I think, all set to... Oh my god, I love this track. I know I sound like a broken record, but yeah, they're all respecting tower resources, which means they will build what they're supposed to build. More or less. 46 months until the next Unity policy. And how we doing on our upgrade? 9 months away. Nice, that's going to be done. So our research is going to skyrocket. Because again, the upgrade that we're finishing... Let's take a quick look at this real quick. Let's go to species. We are adding logic engines, which will give us an extra 10% output on all of our research types. So I'm actually going to keep a very close eye on how close this is to being done, because I want to see the exact jump. I'm not sure if it'll be 10% added on top of the total amount or 10% added on top of the base amount. If it's added on top of the total amount, it'll of course be a larger boost. I'm assuming it's on top of the base amount, knowing Paradox, but we'll see. 5 months away. Again, we're gonna camp out and watch this for a second. Resources are building up. We're gonna be able to build a lot more soon. Alright, so we've now got a new fleet forming around that group. 3 months away from being done here, now 2 months. And we're not going to be quite done. There will probably be some additional pops that will need modification, but this is the vast majority of the species that's being modified right now. And then our engineering researcher can get back to doing what he's doing. He, she, it. It's a robot. Okay, moment of truth. 1386, 1469, and 1347.
Our special project is complete.
Nice. Okay, so not quite 1,000. Maybe it was added to the base amount, like I was saying. It's definitely not added to the total amount, which makes sense. That's what I was expecting. So, a part of me was kind of hoping it'd be the other way just for fun. But, so what was I going to look at? That's right. We need to see how many more pops didn't make it into that round. So let's actually keep this going for a bit. Research-wise, we're going to be done with most of our projects, or 2 of our projects in 16 months. I guess you could say most of. That's 2 out of 3. But, species-wise, what am I doing? There we go. Species. Vision. Yeah, see, there's still a few hanging out. Let's go ahead and apply template. Wait a minute. Wait. No. Apply template. There we go.
Our situation log is updated.
Now we have inactive buildings on the progenitor. So we're going to build a new pop here. And then do we have one on this world as well? Yeah, we do. There it is. We have another one on the progenitor as well. Yeah, our initial pops are finally leaving. That's that. Okay. That made that tooltip notification pop-up thing go away. Okay, so our battleships have been... Well, they're still building, but let's go ahead and queue up our cruisers now. So that's 20 battleships. We need 30 cruisers. Let me remind myself what exactly my designs are. I'll keep the game unpaused. Why not? We've got Iron Overseers. Torp cruisers, basically. Iron Vanguard and Iron Ranger. Rangers are point defense and looks like hangars. Vanguards are our main attackers. Let's see. So we're going to need a balance of Vanguards mainly. This is 30, so maybe have... Thinking. I could have 12, 9, and 9. It's kind of an odd balance, but why not? Let's do that. Let's do 12, 9, and 9. So we're going to have the Iron Vanguard. God, I've already forgotten. Good lord, it's too early in the morning. Let's... Ship designer. Yeah, Vanguard. That's the one we want the most of. Shukon Prime. And we'll go to Secondus to build the balance here because Shukon Prime is building a couple of extra battleships. So let's see. Vanguard. Alright, so that's the 12 Iron Vanguard there, and then 9 of the other... Ranger. So, Overseer. There we go. Alright, so now we are researching even faster everything that we need to research, and we are... The Mawir are still ahead of us in terms of their strength, but we are slowly but surely building massive amounts of ships to catch up to their fleet power. And I'll tell you what, we're queuing stuff up and we have tons of resources, so I may as well start queuing up. Well, not just yet. Let's build up a few more resources in our mineral income, but we're going to keep an eye on that before I end the episode here. I'll probably go to about the 30-minute mark. Alright, you can tell that there are cruisers building because those bars are moving much faster. Shukon Prime still building battleships. Another thing that we need to do, let's also make sure Moscow Prime has a spaceport that's completely ready to go. Battle simulators. Yeah, see, I haven't been building battle simulators on all of my planets. Should have done that before I built this second fleet, actually. Now see, these guys actually... No, never mind, because my shipyard planets don't have... those, but battle simulators appear to be a new building that is unique to... Well, no, is that just what you get with Grand Fleet? Because that looks like the Grand Fleet icon, but I'm not in the habit of putting those on. I usually put the engineering base, so we have the ship repair speed and ship upkeep cost reduction, which is handy, but that's all I usually do. All right, let's stop there. Replace you. There we go. We have another... Yep, right here. Oh yeah, we definitely want a population working that for sure.
Technology conceived.
Okay, what do we got? Edict duration plus 10%. That's better. Core sector systems plus 1, so we can get another core system if we wanted it. Leader lifespan plus 5 years. We're already doing pretty well with leader lifespan. Leader recruitment cost minus 5%. Let's do that. perpetually cheaper leaders. And then armor plus 20% if we go for this new resource type, or energy credits plus 5%. Ooh. Or better sensor range. So many choices. Sapient combat AI, dangerous technology, rare technology. Yeah, I know. What should I do? A little bit of the southerner in me came out just then. I'm originally from California, but I've been living in the American Southeast long enough to let I guess what you would call a twang pop out from time to time. It's probably much more apparent in my voice than it is to me, because once you're in the South, the really thick accents are the ones that stand out. I think that's true of most accents. I still remember one of my good friends that I've known my entire life, when I moved after I had been here for a while, he's like, can you hear your accent? So shocked. Okay, so let's go ahead and... No, hang on. We need to build yet another pop... Yes, these... I understand why this is happening. I mean, these populations are just leaving. Makes perfect sense. But I'm just having to keep up with it a little bit. Alright, we're at the 31-minute mark. I guess I'll queue up destroyers before I end this episode, but we are making good progress on building a brand new fleet. How many destroyers? I just have 2 destroyer types, and we're going to build 40 of these, I think. So, do I just do 20 and 20, or maybe have a slight balance in favor of... Actually, no, we have 3 destroyer types. It's just one of them randomly is called Chrome, as opposed to... Oh, no. Okay, this is what it is. So there's the Iron Ward, Chrome Patroller, and Silver Lancer. So there's the Lancer, Patroller, and Ward. Ward, it seems like we want the most, or maybe the Lancer, honestly. No, Iron Ward has the most damage dealing capability, so we'll balance it slightly in favor of the Iron Ward. What are we thinking? 24 of those, which would leave room for... Well, no, not 24. No. That's. I'm still thinking in terms of there being 2 destroyer classes, but there are 3. So, in that case, what I would need to do is something more along the lines of, I guess, 16, and then 12 and 12. We could do that. 16, 12, and 12? Yeah, let's do that. So, and it was the Iron Ward that I need to build the most of, right? Yeah. Shukon Prime. Alright, there's that, and then 12 of the others. And that was the Lancer, I think, right? Yep. Which means Tertius is going to build up the Chrome Patroller. I just misclicked, I think. That's 8. Done. Okay. With that said, we are 33 minutes and 33 seconds into the episode. Let's let time pass a little bit more. We are 11 months away. I've got to get this Ascension perk before we end. We're gonna let these 11 months pass. I'm so curious as to what the next option will be before I end this episode. This is the only one I'm recording in this sitting, so I've just got a crazy recording schedule right now because I'm trying to get the schedule pushed out to go out of town for the second weekend in a row because I've got Thanksgiving coming up. So weird recording times. 9 months away. And of course, finishing this tree will give us a couple of benefits. We'll get more monthly influence. In addition to better ship build speed, that would be handy right now. And fire rate is increased by 15% for ships within our borders. So if anyone decides to attack us, we'll also be in good shape there. Mawir, are you still... Yeah, their tech level, I just think they're going to be perpetually superior to us. So we're going to have to overwhelm them in terms of just raw firepower, which is what I'm doing. Building up massive amounts of ships. And so far... I'm not really seeing a dip in my energy income. If I were to move the first security echelon off of the world where it's currently docked, that would probably change. Let's have a quick look. I mean, it's definitely changing, but still staying nice and high. Can't complain. Working well. How close are we? 2 months. Okay. Worth the wait. And let's go down to speed 1. There it is. All right, let's get Bulwark of Harmony, which will increase ship build speed, and a new Ascension perk. Yay! Okay, so this one is a pretty big deal. We can go for Voidborne, which will give us the ability to build habitats. This will allow us to really start in the next... We're going to have some crazy economy building episodes. So I said that the malware are going to be perpetually superior to us. I was not thinking just now. We actually have the ability, once we build a bunch of habitats, especially if we really do build a bunch of them, we have a lot of resources to do that. We can really improve our science output, and quickly. We can dedicate entire habitats to science output. Entire habitats. So we can do that and really, really improve, the rate at which we're going through some of these techs. And then the next Ascension perk we can go for, we can do Galactic Wonders, so we can build Dyson Spheres and Science Nexuses. The Science Nexus, of course, will help with the same thing. But Voidborne is definitely what we're going to go for. That'll give us access to the habitat. And with that, I will stop this episode here. In the next one, we are going to, like I said, do some crazy economy building. Let me just glance around really quickly. I know my core sector is built up. It has been for a while. But let's take a look at our new territory up here. Make sure that it's fully... Yeah, we've got all the resource stations built that we could possibly want to build, it seems like. Yeah, we're in good shape as far as being able to fully exploit our territory. The Vission Cooperative controls pretty much this entire outer crescent of the galaxy. I'm loving every second of it. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. New episodes are coming out every day at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.